Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Hi. So I just uploaded my playthrough of House Hunted 1, the only one, from Halloween. It takes me like 6 months to edit a video, but I'm gonna try to do this one right after recording it. But we played through House Hunted, and I liked it, and I enjoyed it a lot, and then I just happened to see that they uploaded a second one, except it's listed as House Hunted Half on itch.io, and it says that it was an April Fool's thing, but it is a fully finished playable game, and I think that it's canon in the universe. So yeah, I don't think this is new by any means. I think I just heard about it though. I think it's been out for like a month, maybe?
I mean, it was like an April Fool's thing, wasn't it?
Or I guess it would be up since April and I'm just slow. So, dang it. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna play it anyways.
I remember you were like, the new House Hunted. Before,
What?
I just thought it was different.
You were like inside of a cup for a second.
Am I inside the cup anymore?
No, you're outside of the cup now. You were like, wah wah,
Yum.
wah 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 wah. So yeah, anyways, this is canon, I guess. So I will get
Nice.
right into it. It has, let me see. It has 6 endings. Here we go. Love them. Chef's kiss. Love their stuff. Yeah, this is your one warning for anybody watching. It's got gore and like body horror and stuff in it, so if you're uncomfy with that, probably don't watch this video. Probably skip out on this one. Yeah? Yeah.
Oh no, Nova.
What?
I'm scared.
It'll be okay. You don't get to skip out. You're here at gunpoint.
Oh, okay.
What a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here.
Happily.
Huh, that's weird. I'm getting some intense deja vu right now. Oh well, it's probably because all bus stations are the same. Yeah, that's why. You looked around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. Mmm. Nothing like a
Yum.
dirty old bus stop to wake up the senses. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here besides the Grey Horse bus station. I still think that's funny. I feel like I laughed in the first one. I'll laugh again. It's funny. It's a good joke. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Hopefully the apartment company was honest about having a new place ready for move-in. I don't know that a brochure could get me to move to somewhere called the Uncanny Valley. I mean, like I would, just for the sake of novelty, because we're like messed up. But like...
I mean, I wouldn't even need a brochure.
Yeah, but like the way that they say it as if the brochure made it look like some beautiful suburbs that's completely normal and that it's called Uncanny Valley. It's like, okay, at that point I might as well be moving to like, I don't know, Salem or something. The real one.
I don't know. Not
the other ones. There's other towns named Salem. That is not the one.
There are a lot.
There's a lot
What
of
Salem are you
Salems.
talking about?
The Salem, like Massachusetts, is like the real one, I think. Or
The
Virginia?
real one.
Whichever one's over there where the colonies were or whatever.
I don't know, boy.
Arr. Unlike last time, you quickly grab your heavy rolling luggage and Sorry, I'm just giggling about fucking You quickly grabbed your heavy rolling luggage and trotted towards a guest service area to check out the map. Your stomach was growling and you were so hungry you could eat almost anything right now. A horse in the distance. How hungry. The Uncanny Valley horse. Oh, the U thing has little suitcases around it.
Oh,
That's cute. Wow, the island's so much bigger than I expected. Oh, it's an island? But it says it's a valley. I guess there can be valleys on islands.
Yeah, don't be fucking land-phobic.
Oh my god. The island is so much bigger than I expected. I'll never run out of things to do. There's a cafe nearby. I bet they have some interesting local cuisine. I also kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to my brand new apartment. This is our first option here. They have redid this menu, I think. Because I think the save used to be on the text area over here, and now it's up here.
Oh, I see.
I will go home. That long bus ride was grueling enough, and all you can think about is heading home and plopping face first in your bed. Real. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. Just like the brochure that mysteriously showed up on your old door said. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. The clean, cool air of Uncanny Valley. Finally, you're standing in front of your new apartment. The day has been long and tedious, but you were finally home. Does it say anything in, purple about this specific apartment?
I don't know.
Because this is apartment number 1, and we live in the same apartment complex as the other game, which I do need to do a playthrough and like upload it, because I did just like play that one for funsies, and I should make a recording of it. But your hand gripped onto your rolling suitcase and turned the handle. Click, click. What the heck? Why is it locked? The company said it would be unlocked and the key would be on the counter. Ugh, I'm so sick of dragging my luggage everywhere. That's, like, not the best thing to do, but I guess it's fine, right? I just don't think you should leave an apartment unlocked with the keys inside, but I need to give the company a call, I guess. Hello. Before you can pull out your cell phone, you notice a short little man standing in front of you expectantly. The thing is so much more noticeable on this guy.
What thing?
The tether?
Yes. Right.
It's like super there.
Yeah.
You really don't have time for this. Oh, he glitched. Why is his name like that?
Ooh,
hey there.
I like his music.
Hey there, pal. You weren't at the cafe or the city. I've been trying to track you down all day. What? You know how sore my cord is dragging myself around like this? I mean... Hey there, pal. I'm Heim Bale?
I think it's Heim.
Heim Bale? Heim Bale. Cheapest realtor in the valley. Let's say I hook you up with a house. Real cheap. Heim stared at you, small whimpers squeaking through his lips as sweat droplets dripped from his brow. He's like a mouse. He's like a big mouse. You were so taken off guard by him and realized your mouth was a bit agape in dumbfounded awe. I have an apartment. That's why I'm at an apartment complex. Ah, but you couldn't get in now, could you? Oh my god, hang on. No, let me try that again. That was bad. Oh my god, I can't go back. A house. The house I'm gonna sell to you. Why is his name in Comic Sans? Did you have something to do with my apartment being locked? You took a step towards the realtor and he shrunk down. He looked even smaller like this and you felt a pang of guilt, mostly due to the fact he was so small and pathetic you could easily beat him up if you wanted. No, of course not.
I feel like this is how people see me.
Oh my god. I'm just doing my job and looking out, that's all. Listen, just take my card and give me a call when you're ready to buy. You watched as Heim went from pocket to pocket in search of his cards. You felt a strong sense of secondhand embarrassment looking at him. Aha, got it. Heim Bale. There's a little smiley face on the card.
Aww.
I like that it's number 463 realtor instead of number 1 realtor. Hey, give me a call, okay? What do you got to lose? I don't know, my self-respect. We all lose that someday. Oh my god. Heim then turned on his heel awkwardly and stumbled towards a nearby bush. Well, that was weird.
My god.
You quickly pulled out your cell phone and called up the apartment company. Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Oh, there's a little phone over here. Hello. I was supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. This is... Yes, we know who you are. You. We were going to call you, but... Oh. You hear oh my god. You hear screaming coming from the background on the other line, followed by the sound of... Game show music?
Don't...
Sorry, we were going to call you, but we're having some slight difficulties at the office. We're working on getting the mayor's assistant here right now to solve it. Until then, we're afraid your apartment had some slight... The sounds of canned laughter and a chainsaw whirring comes booming through the receiver and you have to pull your ear away from the phone for a moment. Ugh, listen, I'm sorry, but your apartment won't be ready for... Oh, Ivy, you made it. Be right back,
Hey,
you.
do me a favor.
Yeah?
I need to see the log of text. Can you show it to me?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Be right back, you. You hear the sound of paper shuffling and arguing in the background that you can't quite make out. You hear the word misunderstanding a lot, though, and host? Whatever, it's none of your concern. Your apartment might not be ready until tomorrow. Our deepest apologies. This doesn't usually happen, but there seems to have been a mix-up. We will reimburse you for a hotel stay for the night. Go see the sights or something. There's still a chance we will have this fixed in a couple hours. Just don't go into any strange doors for a while. Michael Core. Okay. With that, the company hung up on you. Well, now what? You're supposed you could get a hotel for the night, or you could try to burn some time. You could call Haim just to humor him, but you don't really want to hang out with that guy. Save. I'll find a hotel. It would be best to just head to a hotel before it gets too late. You're sure there's plenty downtown. You can't shake your annoyance with the company, but shit happens, and you're sure the company's in a worse spot than you are. Might as well take advantage of a free room, and they said they'd reimburse you, so maybe you could find something pricier than usual. Hello! Hello, John Doe. But as a little spaghetti ball.
Oh yes, the spaghetti ball.
Also, I think music from Purple. It is. This is music from Purple. As you walk through the city, you peek into random buildings and end up at the oh my god. Hang on. Let me take another swing at that. I don't know why. I just like, when I read visual novels, it all starts going like, the more I read. As you walk through the city, you peek into the random buildings and up at the skyscrapers and marvel at the beauty of the valley. It really was a nice place to live, and you were happy to be here, regardless of the small challenges that were thrown at you. When you read the brochure, you were skeptical at the offers inside. Beautiful island views for affordable prices. No thought involved. We will set you up with your living space to your needs and a job that works for you. It felt too good to be true, yet it felt as if it was pulling you here, and you couldn't stop thinking about it until you finally called them. I didn't read that last bit. Just to sate your curiosity. The company said it would only be a couple hours. Should you wait around or call it a night at a hotel? I will wait around. I want to talk to... No! No! You wander around the city for another hour. Your back hurts, your feet hurts, and you're exhausted. Oh, the sudden ring from your cell phone wakes you back up and you rush to answer it. Hello, you? Great news. We were able to get everything in order with the help of Miss Woodrow and the mayor's assistant. Your apartment is all ready for you now. We are so very sorry for the inconvenience. We've sent a car to drive you home. Oh, that's wonderful news. Thank you so much. Of course, thank you for going through Uncanny Valley Apartment Hunters, operating realtor-free since 1987. Before you could pocket your phone, a sleek black sedan pulled up next to you. Oh, that's awesome. The surly-looking driver cracking his window and beckoning you in. That's amazing. That's the most safe thing in the world. You noticed the sticker on the door with the apartment company's logo and hopped in, tossing your luggage on the seat. You waved goodbye to the driver and rushed to your door. You held your breath and turned the door handle. It opened with a slight creak, and you exhaled and took your first step inside. It was spacious and lit up nicely. You were happy to be home as you quickly tossed your luggage and locked your front door behind you and made a beeline for your bed. Why is my furniture all here? I guess maybe it came furnished, right? Right.
Sure, yeah.
It was good to be home. And tomorrow, you'd start your new job at the gas station.
Oh, no.
You lived! April Fool- Oh my god! My favorite sound effect ever.
Yay, we did it.
I did it. Yay. Yeah.
So, was that everything that you were hoping for?
That's one ending, at least. Okay, so I tried to go home first, so let's... Actually, I want to do this a different way. Let me get back out. Let me try that again. I'll start from my last choice and then make my way back. So I have the option to wait around or find a hotel, so I'll find a hotel this time. You breathed deep and looked up, realizing you were standing in front of a rather swanky-looking hotel. Your feet were sore from walking, so you decided this was the one. Oh, it's so tilted. It was a pretty big tower. Nope. Sorry, Tilted Towers went right through the dome. It was a pretty big hotel with what looked like a plethora of rooms. You didn't recognize the name, but it didn't matter much. After signing in, you made your way to your room. It was nice and spacious, but you could care less in the moment and simply face-planted into the soft, pillowy mattress. You let your eyes flutter shut and your body melt into the bed as you drifted off, the thoughts of your new life swirling around in your head. You couldn't wait to get into your apartment tomorrow. And your new job at the gas station. That's it? Okay. Yay! Okay. So that just does that again. So at that point, I've gotten both endings. So let's go back here. And I'll call Haim. You sighed, defeated. He seemed nice, but you might as well kill some time looking at the houses you'll never buy. Pulling out your phone again, you started to dial Haim's number. Hey, pal. I had a feeling you were gonna call me. This music is funny. It's fun and whimsical. I could feel it in my bones. You were just hiding over there in the bushes watching me, weren't you? No? Anyway, what say you and me go look at that house now? He's just dying to meet you. Alright, I'll look at the house, but don't expect me to buy something. Why is the house a he? Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. Just getting you inside the house is more than enough for... What do they call it? Commission? Yeah, something like that. Alright, lead the way. Please let this be like a bounce house or something. You spent the next 20 minutes following behind Haim as he waddled awkwardly along. He kept talking about television programs and fast food places he personally liked, and you found yourself not really minding the company. Sure, he wasn't great to look at, but he didn't seem like a bad guy. That's mean. Just very, very awkward. You also couldn't help but wonder why that weird pink You also couldn't help but wonder what that weird pink tube sticking out the back of his neck was. Before you could ask him, he stopped walking and your eyes widened at the view before you. Amazing. This is the house? Oh, hey now, pal. It's a little rough around the edge, sure. But with some tender love and care, you'll see this house become a home in no time. Or whatever. You just gotta see the insides. I promise you won't be disappointed. Did you really want to waste your time even humoring him and having to step foot in this disgusting looking place? Let me save. I'll save over that one since we're done with that save. Sure, I'll go inside, I guess. You rubbed your eyes and shrugged. What's the worst that could happen? I don't know, tetanus, mold, asbestos. This guy didn't seem dangerous in the slightest. If anything, he just seemed pathetic. Alright, Haim, show me the house. Really? Hot dog. Thank you, this means a lot to me. Why would you say that? It was almost kind of cute how the little guy did what you could only guess was an attempt to hop up in excitement, though his feet were only maybe an inch off the ground. He quickly scurried over to the door and opened it for you, beckoning you inside politely. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. Yep, wow. It was just as bad on the inside. Well, what do you think, pal? Not too bad, right? Oh god. This is terrible. This is terrible. I can't believe you're trying to sell this disgusting place. Oh, I guess I've let myself go maybe a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm disgusting, off-putting, and maybe repellent even, but disgusting is a little harsh. It doesn't matter all that much anyway. I'm essentially an anglerfish type creature that's about to eat you. Wait, what? Before you could register what was happening, Haim awkwardly shoved you to the ground, only being able to knock you down because you were distracted. Sorry, pal, I really liked you, but a realtor's gotta eat. Let me put this thing away so my natural anesthetics can gently lull you to sleep. You watched as Haim's eyes turn black as if a light had turned off inside of him, his body becoming limp and the cord connecting to his neck pulled taut. Ugh. Meat pillow. You watched as the cord struggled to yank Haim's hefty little body, essentially dragging him along the ground face first. This would be a lot scarier if this was anyone or anything else. Meaty tendrils began sprouting from the floor and twisting around themselves until they finally formed a recliner. Haim's voice chimed in again, though now it sounded as if it was being projected from all around you instead of from his body. Whew, this lure is such a pain in my gutters to lug around, let me tell you. I like that his nails are painted. My cord is aching something fierce, chasing you around all day. What is happening right now? It's okay, just relax. You'll start feeling sleepy right about now. You lifted yourself off the dirty, meaty floor and looked around, confused. I don't feel anything. Oh. Haha, well, I might have filled up a bit on fast food earlier, not gonna lie. Are you serious? Hey, do you know how hard it is to catch buyers in this economy? A house has gotta eat. Besides, I never cared all that much for eating people. Give me a fat, greasy burger over that any day, am I right? Oh my god. Fucking, like, the equivalent of, like, a vegan, but, like, for house people. I guess I can't argue with that. Well, since you're here, would you want to maybe hang out and catch some television?
Novo.
Yes.
I have to be real with you.
Yeah?
I kinda want him.
That's fair. Oh, what the hell? Sure. Yeah, it's fair. You watched as Heim's recliner slowly grew in size, combining itself with a nearby meat-like couch, and invited you to sit with a wave of a fleshy tentacle. Absolutely not. No. Oh my god. I wasn't such a bad guy after all. What are these things on the TV?
I kinda want them to.
Oh my god.
Too.
I think this view, can I get this, how do I hide the thing? Like that? No! I wasn't done. Heim wasn't such a bad guy after all. The view of, hang on, I can just look at it in the gallery. The view of, oh my god, it's not a CG? No, the view of him, but he's holding his hand on your thigh, like, lovingly, but there's also, like, meat everywhere. It's, like, the worst.
Wait, what?
At the very end, okay, hang on. This. He's got his hand on your leg, but there's also, like, meat over here.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. Also,
Tucks my hair
it's like a weird shot of the neck thing. Well, alright. Let's go back and compliment it, I guess. It's not that bad. Wow, aw geez, no one's ever said something that nice to me. That makes what I gotta do a lot harder. What do you mean? Yeah. And then this is the same. Yeah, it's the same. What? Yeah, that's the same ending.
What CGs are you missing?
I mean, like, all of them right now.
So, but I thought that was like...
There's one for each ending, and then one, I assume, of him giving you the card in each location. So I have 2 of these endings, and I need the other 4.
I see.
Or at least that's how it worked in the first game. Anyways, back to this decision of going inside or leaving, and I'll leave. You know what, on second thought, I think I'd rather not waste your time, Heim. There's no way I would buy a house like this, even if I was searching. Well, can't say I'm too surprised about that, heh. Well, you have yourself a fine day, you. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. You watched as Heim plopped backwards onto the ground, that strange pink tube on his neck, seeming to be pulling him along the ground until he slipped in the house. You felt an odd pang of guilt as you headed towards downtown to search for a hotel. He looks. You wander around the city for another hour. Your back hurts, your feet hurt, and you're exhausted. Ugh. The sudden ring from your cell phone wakes you back up. And then I get in the sedan, and then I go back to the apartment I live. Yeah. Alright. And then I have the option to find a hotel or call Heim, but I've already done both of these, so... Let me load a little bit further back. Okay, so I tried to go home first, so let's try wandering. I think it'd be fun to get the lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. You spend the next half an hour just wandering the streets and window shopping. Finally, you ended up at what you're pretty sure the map called Work District, made apparent by the giant skyscrapers that surrounded you. You made your way to a nearby bench and sat down, watching all the people walking to and from buildings. Many of them seemed to just blend together in an endless sea of blue and pink suits. Hello? You notice one of the blue-suited businessmen has stopped a few feet in front of you. He seems lost in thought and vacant. Maybe you should say something. Save over that one. Yeah, I'll say something. Excuse me, sir? Are you alright? Huh? Are you talking to me? Yeah, sorry if I'm bothering you, but you seemed down. I was wondering if you needed help? Wow, excuse me, no one's talked to me in a while. Not since my wife left. I'm a little rusty. Please excuse my atrocious manners. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Richard. Richard Everyman. Everyman Hybrid?
Oh, fuck.
Nice to meet you too. I'm you. I'm sorry to hear about your wife, but why won't anyone talk to you? Oh, that's just how it is. I'm getting older and I can feel my clock ticking. You know how it is. You look fine to me. I think you have a plenty of life left in you, man. It's just how you choose to live it. I've never thought about it like that. The text for this guy has skyscrapers on it. The text box. I appreciate the little details.
Ooh.
Really? That's a pretty common saying. Not around here, but you're right, you. I'm gonna try to look up and hold on for as long as they'll allow. Thank you. He's already power walking away from you before you can answer. You notice a chipper little bounce in his step and smile to yourself. Before you can think about it longer, you hear labored breathing next to you that prompts you a glance to your side. Next to you is a short, balding man who seems to be struggling to catch his breath, his hands on his knees as he tries to regain his composure. Me. Huff, give me a second. Huff, I thought you were gonna be at the cafe. Oh man, I'm out of shape. Gonna be feeling this in the morning. Yeah, so I'm Haim Bale, yada yada yada. I'm interested in selling you a house. Alright, I'm a realtor, by the way. Damn, the speech I had prepared was much better at the cafe. You were too shocked and confused to really think up a more articulate response other than, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, house. I want to sell you a house. Real cheap. Look, just take my card and give me a call. You watched as Haim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. You felt a little secondhand embarrassment from how awkward this guy was. Aha, got it. Cutscene time. I'll be waiting for your call. Biggest discounts on houses this side of the valley. And the other side, too. You watched as the chubby little man scurried off, the weird pink hose sticking out of his neck, tripping him as he ran behind some bushes. Well, there's no way in hell I'm calling that guy, you mumbled to yourself as you pocketed the slightly sticky card and stood up. It was getting late and you figured you better head home now. Oh my god. Is this gonna be the same? Cut screaming. Okay, we're back to this, but I don't know if it's gonna be any different. Yeah, and then this choice. I could find a hotel and then... That's that? Yeah, that's that. Alright, and then...
Yippee.
Wait around. Alright. That's that for those two, and then I can call Haim here. You sigh defeated. He seems nice, and you might as well kill some time. Looking at houses you'll never buy. See if this is the same. Yeah, this is the same as well. Does he actually kill you is my question? Is there an ending where you actually die? Okay, maybe you should say something. Ignore him. It's none of your business what this man was going through, and you figured it would be weird to ask a stranger on the street about his problems. Sigh. You watch him go on his way. You wondered if maybe you could have done something. Before you can think about it longer, okay. And then we're back to this. Alright. Let's go to the cafe then. Yeah, cafe sounds pretty amazing right now after that long bus ride. Looks like there's one pretty nearby in something called the Normal Business District. Huh, that's kind of a weird name. Oh well, food's food and I'm too starved to care right now. You finally reach the Normal Business District and find that specific cafe you had in mind. It's small and I like this music. This music's nice. Yeah?
Yeah, it's totally good music.
You finally reach the Normal Business District and find the specific cafe you had in mind. It's small and quaint, and the strong smell of coffee wafts by you with each patron that swings the doors open. There's quite a few people coming and going through the many stores and eateries, though there's only one person that really stands out in the crowd. You watch as a petite girl runs from person to person. She seems to be asking them something before scribbling the information on the little clipboard in her hand. Suddenly, the two of you lock eyes, and she makes a beeline for you before you have the chance to react. Good afternoon, you look no. May I have a moment of your time? Yeah, let me save first. Hang on, ma'am. Let me save. Thanks. Her cheery demeanor was a little off-putting, but she seemed sweet. Maybe you could humor her. Maybe you should humor her. I should have saved here. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I'll humor her. You figured you might as well hear her out. It's not like you're in a hurry. Sure, what can I help you with? Oh, why do you have black tentacles on your text box? Oh, thank you. I promise I won't hold you for too long. My name is Ivy Woodrow. Was this the mayor's assistant?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I guess she just said that. I'm the assistant to the mayor of the valley.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the person who was in the game show phone call thing.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Ivy Woodrow. I'm the assistant to the mayor of the valley, and I'm just doing my monthly census. I have to keep very close track of those coming in and out of the state, of everyone's living experience. So you're a new resident, I'm assuming? Ah, yes, I just got off the bus and was about to grab something to eat before heading to my new home. I see. You watch her as she scribbles something down on her clipboard, her eyes going back and forth from the board back to you. Alright, then that would make you, correct? We're so happy to have you here at the valley. It really is such a nice place to live if you know where you're going. I do have to ask you though, this home you mentioned. It was assigned to you by the Uncanny Valley apartment hunters, right? Not by a realtor? Yes? Ah, perfect. Then you should be all set up for your new life here. I hope it'll be a long one. And about realtors, I can't seem to find one of them for my census, so just stay alert. I'm pretty sure they've all reached their monthly allotment, but we've had some mishaps. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you need anything, feel free to come to the mayor's office. Before you can respond, Ivy was already rushing past to interview the next person. That was kind of weird, but you couldn't really think about it with how loud your stomach was growling, so you headed inside the cafe. Interesting. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of baked goods. It makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter to place your order as quickly as you can. After placing your order and snatching up for dinner for the day, you scurry over to the furthest table away from anyone else to scarf them all down. Same. You sat down on the strangely soft chair. It appeared to be wood, but the seat sunk in and shaped itself comfortably around you like memory foam. It must be cushions with a wood grain print, you figured, as you looked over your order. You can't really think about what you were getting when you ordered, only going up by what looked good on the display. You decided to go with tea today, the aroma wafting gently with the smoke that drifted from the hot red liquid. It smelled like a cacophony of fragrance. Oh my god. Please. It smelled like a cacophony of fragrances, from vaguely floral to fruity to something reminiscent of caramel corn. Taking a sip didn't help as the flavors seemed to shift as the hot tea moved through your mouth. Spicy, sweet, and almost buttery notes dancing around each other to create a very confusing experience. You decided to try the food next, picking up your fork to stab into the tall slice of cake that was adorned with what looked like purple-brown sugar in a spiral shape. There was small gold writing along the spiral, but it looked to be in a language you'd never seen before. So then why would you eat it? Why would you eat it? Okay. You placed an ample forkful into your mouth. It tasted like a firework went off in your mouth. You coughed into a napkin, spitting out the half-chewed food and tried to breathe. You were finally able to properly inhale through your choking and were taken aback by the sudden rich chocolate flavor that seemed to take over your taste buds. It was the purest taste of chocolate you'd ever tasted in your life, and it almost made you go in for a second bite, but you thought better than to do that. You nervously picked up the breakfast croissant sandwich, not knowing what you were going to experience from the first bite. You closed your eyes and, oh, it just tastes like a regular ham and cheese breakfast sandwich. You were so engrossed in your strange eating experience that you hadn't noticed the stocky man that was now sitting in front of your table. Hello, pal. Hello again. You jumped at the sudden voice and looked up from your sandwich. You tried to choke out a response, but your mouth was too full to properly enunciate. Hang on. You watched the short little man pull a piece of paper from his pocket and quickly look it over, nodding to himself and stuffing it back where he pulled it. Alright. My name is Haim Bale, realtor, and I would love to sell you a house today. You stared at him in shocked silence, not sure what to say and a bit confused what he was offering you. The way he moved was awkward and sluggish as he seemed to be perspiring an awful lot. Yes, so I would love to show you to your future home. I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? Oh, did I mess it up again? Forgive me, I'm a little rusty with the whole realtor shtick. I would love to sell you a house. This is the part where I give you my card. One moment. You watched as Haim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. Got it. There it is. Haim leaned forward to present his card to you. You could see coffee stains and scribbled writing on the card before you took it. Please give me a call soon. I really need this. He then turned on his heels and scurried out the door, knocking a few things down on his way out. You sighed and pocketed the beat-up card. There was no way in hell you were going to call that guy of all people, even if you were looking to buy a house. Quickly finishing up your meal, you cleaned up and headed to your apartment. Let me save. It's been a while. Okay. Well, maybe not, because this is the same as everything else. Yeah, what? How is there multiple endings? Okay. This is the time where I probably am gonna look at, like, a walkthrough. I've done what I can. It's probably gonna be specific patterns of doing something. Okay. somewhere at this point where I like talk to him or whatever. I think I might have to leave her. Sorry, I don't really have the time for surveys or petitions or anything like that. Oh, no one's ever blown me off like that before. Well, my name's Ivy Woodrow. I'm the mayor's assistant. I'm pretty sure I know who you are, so I'll just mark you down and leave you be. Sorry to have disturbed you. Before you can respond, Ivy was already rushing past you to interview the next person. That was kind of weird, but you couldn't really think about it with how loud your stomach was growling, so you headed inside the cafe. Okay, so I don't talk to her, and then... Oh! Okay, so... if you wander, you can click on John Doe. I, like, knew John Doe that was there for a reason, but I didn't realize I could, like, click on them.
Did you not even try?
I tried clicking on them, but apparently I tried clicking on them before that option was available. Yeah, you can click on them on this menu. I click on them. Huh? What is that thing? You noticed a weird black creature squirming around near an alley and decided to go see what it was. You hoped it was a cat. You wandered into the alley and saw the cat slink down, glancing around the trash bins and chirping out a pss pss to get its attention. You jump when you feel something brush against your leg. Looking down, you see a huge eyeball staring back up at you. You flinch away from the weird thing and try to catch your bearings. It didn't seem to mean you harm, but it wasn't exactly normal to see a 2-foot tall ball of hair staring at you. Hello? Oh my god. Excited. Oh, it seemed to like that with the way it's trilling at you. Can you talk? What are you? It made a weird chirpy purr noise. You guess it can't talk. Oh, now it's making all sorts of weird noises and seems to be gesturing, but you aren't sure what about. It tugs on your leg with what you can only describe as a tentacle of hair and starts to lead you over to a storm drain. The little hairball trills at you again and seems to be writing something in the dust, but it's in a language you don't know. Before you can attempt to inquire more, it slinks over to the drain. It's chirping loudly at you and you can only guess what it means. Do you want me to wait here? It nods its little body to the best of its ability and you nod back. Oh, okay, bye. You watch the little creature disappear down the drain and sigh. Guess you're waiting for Lord knows what. At least this kills some time, and it's not every day you see something like this. You walk back over to the alley and sit against the wall, but keep the drain in view for when that thing comes back. You slowly let your tired eyes close. Hello. Oh my god. You jolt awake and come face to face with a familiar eyeball, but a very different body. Oh my god. Hello. What? Who are you? Oh, you don't recognize me? Good, that means my body is perfect. I've been trying for so long to get it to look right, but someone can always tell that I'm not human. And then it's really, 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 really scary. But you couldn't tell that it was me. Thank you so much for waiting, by the way. I didn't know if you would, but I really, really hoped. Wait, you're telling me that little hairball I saw? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Though I can kind of see a resemblance. Oh no, you can? Can you tell me what gives it away? This was ridiculous, but you couldn't deny that there was a cyclops with an oddly gummy body staring in front of you. You can only describe the way he moved like an old claymation kids show, but his hair seemed to twist and turn at will. I'd probably say the eye. Humans have 2 eyes usually, and a nose. Oh, is there just one again? Making 2 is so hard though. It's very, very, very uncomfortable to split my pupil and then everything looks really dizzy. But if you think that'll make me perfect, I'll do it. Miss Ivy, the mayor's assistant, said we can be people if we can fit in. I'm so excited to fit in. Miss Ivy called me John Doe, by the way. I don't think I'll be forgetting you anytime soon. I love him. I love him. Interesting.
Yeah.
Miss Ivy said we can be people if we can fit in. Interesting. It says go to the cafe and then be nice to the mayor's assistant and then compliment Haim. Okay, so I go to the cafe, humor her, and then I'll call Haim, and then I go inside, and then I compliment him. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, geez, no one's ever said something that nice to me. I don't know what to say. You? Please forgive me if I'm being a bit forward, but, well, gotta shoot my shot, right? Would you give this down on his luck house a chance and let me take you on a date? Not the house. I don't got a lot of money, but I'll treat you right. You could feel how sweaty his hands were and also how strangely plant-like they felt against yours. There was something endearing about him that you couldn't leave hanging. What the hell? Sure, Haim, we can go on a date. Oh my gosh, thank you. You made me the luckiest house in the valley. I promise I'll do it all for you, but let's take it slow, okay? I've never dated anyone before, haha. My god. Me when I date the house? Sometimes you gotta date a house, I guess. Real,
Yeah, I guess.
real old man, whatever his name was, energy.
What?
That old guy from Monster House.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Let me see. I almost said McGucket, but that's not right. Nevercracker! His name's Nevercracker.
There's not... I... Never in a million years would I have been able to tell you that.
Is that it? Have I done it all? That's it. I've completed it.
It's done.
Oh! They scary! They go away. I'm like checking these because I know that on Mason's... Yeah, that's what I thought. On Mason's, it would do the thing. That's it. That's House Hunted 2. Thank you, Mortis Fox and Bile Shroom. I love you both. In a internet kind of way. Looking at some of the Patreons. But yeah, that was House Hunted 2. Or House Hunted half, I guess. It says on the itch.io, but House Hunted 2 on here. That was it. I enjoyed it. And I look forward to more stuff that they put out. And of course, if you like this game, then you should go check out John Doe. Because this is a prequel. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you for watching, YouTube. Alright, bye. See you in the next video. Bye.